Welcome to my fabulous mini webcast. I will show two controls I published on codeproject.com which can help you to set up very quickly a graphic user interface with extremely flexible and compact layout of all the controls. To demonstrate them, I'd like to set up a user interface called Detail View. That means there is one list control to select a current data record, and many single controls will display all the properties of this record. All that can be done with Visual Basic 2008 Express Edition. My controls are called SizerPanel and CaptionPanel. SizerPanel is a flow layout panel which makes each control sizable to the user. CaptionPanel is a panel only for exact one control, and it displays a caption on top or on the left side of it. So get two Sizer panels. The first is get docked on top, and I change the wrap contents property to false. I'll later explain that. The second gets dock style fill. Now go to the data source window. You find it in the menu Show Data Sources. Here I have a data table, an employee table, with 16 columns. And I want to set up a data grid view which only displays the last name of the employee table. That will be the list control of my detail view. Just drag it on form, and now I can edit the data grid view columns and remove most of them. The remaining one gets outer size mode fill. In this view, I separate multi-line controls from single liners, so the data grid view moves to the upper Sizer panel. Now I take the details, again from the data source window. I change the coded generation to details and drag again the whole tail on the form. That generates a lot of controls and labels. In this video the space is extremely small, so I shrink the controls as much as possible. And the form was deranged. I will make up that. So. And I can throw away all the labels because my control gets captioned by caption panels. Okay. This one is a picture box. It's a kind of multi-line control, and I put it to the upper Sizer panel. Look at the datetime pickers. They have datetime format long. Let's change it to format short. Now I would like to remove the border styles of the data bound controls, because in my view I want to set up the caption panels with borders, and to me there is too much bordering if the inner controls also are bordered. Unfortunately, datetime pickers have no border style property. But I will remove the border style from the text boxes. Select all, unselect the datetime pickers, set text box border styles to none. Alright. Now we can go to the caption panel I create 16 of them. And now I simply distribute the data bound controls to the caption panel with the drag and drop. You see, the caption panel infers its caption from the data bound property of the contained control. This is really comfortable. Two caption panels left. And you see the text box caption panel is less high than the daytime pickers. But I want them having the same height, so I add paddings to the caption panels to get them in the same line with the daytime picture caption panels. A padding also is better for reading the text boxes. Remarks is a special text box. It contains memos, that means too much text for a single line text box. So I set it to multi-line. And I set the caption of the caption panel to caption on top. So this is a multi-line control and gets to the sizer panel above. Now some final settings. Bottom sizer panel gets auto scroll false. That automatically activates the auto size behavior to ensure every control stays accessible. And I dock it bottom. The top panel gets stock style fill. You see, the top sizer panel behaves different. All contained controls fill out the complete height. That was done by setting the wrap content property to false. The logic is, if wrap contents is false, there can only be one line of controls, and so they can fill the complete space. And now I set the picture box as fill control to get a layout behavior similar to doc style fill. Is fill control true? And put border style. Okay, and the picture box should display with size mode zoom. Okay. Do some resizements. And have a test run. Yeah. You see, this is a detail view. I can select data records and get the properties. I can resize each control, as well as the form complete. And I can resize at runtime all the controls I want to read here. The street's too small, the private phone, and that phone. Okay, that's it.